the higher the numbers of miscarriage or stillbirth, the greater was their risk of having stroke in later life. I think it's also very important for women for us to realize that the prevalence of miscarriage, any miscarriage is about 16%, but the prevalence of more than 2 miscarriages is less than 2%. So I think it's important to keep that in mind. And these are the group of women that are in particular higher risk of getting stroke in later life. And so there was about 600,000 women from 7 different countries that were involved. And basically the countries were China, Japan, US, UK, Australia, Sweden, and the Netherlands. What we did was we followed the women for a period of, on average, by 11 years. We asked the women detailed questions about their reproductive history. So women reported whether they've had stillbirths, and if they had, how many they had, numbers of stillbirths. Similarly, with miscarriages, we asked the women about the numbers of miscarriages.
So can I just clarify, the risk does increase in line with the number of miscarriages and stillbirths experienced?
Mm-hmm. That's correct. So for women who've had, say, 1 miscarriage, her risk of non-fatal stroke is about 7%. But if she were to have 3 or more miscarriages, which is what we call recurrent miscarriages, then her risk of stroke goes up to 35% higher than women with no miscarriages.
Were you able to determine the potential risk of whether an eventual stroke could be fatal?
Yes, so that is the thing. We also were able to find, so in the study, about less than 1% of women had died from stroke. And what we found is that women who've had 3 or more miscarriages had 82% higher risk of dying from stroke than women with no miscarriages.
Is it your hope that this information can now equip women to manage the risks of potentially experiencing a stroke later in life?
Absolutely. I think that's how we should be seeing it. We should be seeing this as a marker for the future health. And there's a lot of things that can be done to mitigate the risk of stroke in later life.
Take us through them.
So lifestyle changes, definitely, I think. So for women who've had, repeated or recurrent stroke and miscarriages, please talk to your doctors. But in terms of reducing the risk of stroke, we can try and live as healthy a lifestyle as possible. This include stop smoking, eat healthy diet, do exercise, physical activities, and also have moderate drinking ability, moderate amount of drinks. The other thing also, I guess, is, definitely talk to your doctors. They will try their best to help you to achieve these lifestyle changes if in particular, if you're at a risk in the long run.